What's going on, everybody? This is the Radio Trigger Anime Podcast, and today, of course, I am joined once again by my two co-hosts. I am tensashinra. You guys want to say hello?
Hey.
Hey.
I don't know. You didn't say a name, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. I butchered that a lot. This is the first time I've done this, but yeah, that today we're just gonna be talking about underrated anime and stuff like that. So, uh, does anybody want to start with anything? I promise you, I'm very not good at this stuff, but yeah.
Don't worry. Practice is practice.
Yeah.
That's why we got this podcast going.
Okay, well, I think you should go first, anime. But I.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I will go first. I've already mentioned this. I don't know if Tensa's video is gonna be out, but
Yeah.
I have said this before. I think Persona 4 is an underrated anime. I think mostly because not many people know about Persona as like a series or know it's an anime, so I kind of find it underrated. It's one of my favorite shows, not only because I'm a Persona fan, but I really do think it's a really enjoyable show. I basically tell people that it's very similar to Persona 4, mostly. Like, it's a slice in life setting, and they need to find a murderer, and it's basically that's basically what it is, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions about it, you guys?
Persona. Actually, I do have a question about that. Is like Persona 4 the anime connected to like any of the, like, I know it, I think it's connected to the games. I'm not sure. Like, I wanted to get into the Persona series. I was really just gonna start with Persona 5 the game, but I haven't gotten to that yet. And I don't know if like all the other Personas are connected, or like if you can just start anywhere.
Okay, so the thing about Persona is you could start fresh because there is connection technically, but you don't really get that. It's not really mentioned in the games or even in the anime, honestly.
Oh, okay.
It's like, so the events of Persona 4 are totally different from Persona 3 or even Persona 4 or 5. So you can get into Persona 5, honestly. I would suggest, if you're going through game, Persona 5 is the best one because it's easier to play and understand. While anime, I would say Persona 4 because it really is a good adaptation to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and also I heard there was like a movie for Persona. I don't know if that was like a Persona 4 movie or anything, or like what it was, where that fits in.
Oh, there's a lot. Persona 3 is 4 movies, which is really good. I would recommend you give those a watch. Persona 5 has 2 movies, but that's mostly to finish off like the final bits.
Okay.
Persona 5, I really wouldn't recommend anime because they do so much to the anime where like some of the artwork is actually pretty bad. Like the CGI is terrible.
Wow.
And even like the final bits of the story is very like they actually cut a lot of it out to the point where it's like it doesn't really make sense. So Persona 5 I would strictly say game, but any other Persona, it can go either or, anime or video game.
All right. Yeah. That's good to know. I'm definitely going to try to get into it eventually.
Lion, you got any questions?
Well, last time we, I think, well, that first episode, not the canon episode, but the first episode we did talk about Persona 4.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I'll check it out, which I'll eventually check it out. But the game for Persona 5, like is it, like open world, or what is it?
It's a JRPG. Is it like, to put it in perspective, it's a dating simulator combined with a JRPG. So you got some, to put it really is amazing because he helps. So like this dating simulating aspect, you build up the characters and stuff. So it helps build up character to everyone else. Everyone feels unique because they have their own different problems. And then the JRPGs were basically the story bit where like these it's basically like, you know, a shonen anime. These teenager kids go in and try to save the world, doing all sorts of stuff, or like solve a murder and all that. So it's a bit shonen, bit like slice and life stuff. So yeah, it's good for both fans of either genre.
I mean, it does sound interesting because slice of life, of course, it's one of my favorites.
Okay. Then yeah, I would recommend you get into Persona 4. That's more slice and life thing than I think the other ones, because that one, it's not like the threat is like a murder, so it's not like world built. It's not like if this guy's never caught, the world's gonna end. It's more of like, okay, we need to solve this so that nobody dies anymore and stuff.
Well, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, that's mine. That's mine. I got more, but you know, we'll just start off with that.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next then?
All right. I guess I'll go next. So I want to use a different one than the one that I'm gonna use in my video, my underrated anime video. The one I'm gonna use over there, it's K Project. It's really underrated, but I'm gonna talk about that over there. So yeah, that one's really really nice. But I'm gonna talk about it over there if you're watching this podcast and you want to see it. But the one I want to talk about, I had two others that I was thinking about talking about, and the first one is Space Patrol Luluco. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but it's by Studio Trigger, and it's basically a comedy. I watched it a long time ago, and I barely remember what it's about, but essentially it's just like a bunch of it's just a bunch of crazy stuff happening, kind of sci-fi-ish comedy. It has serious moments, and every episode is like 12 minutes, so it's not that long. And I think there's only 12 episodes too, so it's really not that long. It's a really underrated one that I was enjoying for the time that I was watching it. And another one that I was going to talk about was Radiant. It has a manga. It has like an anime with 2 seasons, and that one as well is very underrated. I think it has it's not the manga and the anime are like not completely different, but they have some differences, because I remember watching the anime and reading the manga, and they were they had like little small differences. But yeah, when I was watching the anime, I will admit that like the anime is kind of slow paced at times. Like the beginning, it's kind of slow paced, and then it takes a while to pick up. But when it does pick up, it gets really really good. And honestly, I just recommend reading the manga, but as far as anime goes, it's pretty good for that too. Like, it's not as slow paced. I haven't watched the second season yet, but I'm pretty sure that that the pacing probably gets a little better during the second season. And it has a bunch of good characters, and I think that anybody will like it, for anybody that's trying to get into an underrated anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So I know Radiant. What was the other one?
Radiant. The other one was Space Patrol Luluco. It's by Studio Trigger, the same people that made I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I've heard of those. Those are those are well known. I haven't.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
seen Gurren Lagann. Never. Out of all of them, I've only seen Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, Studio Trigger, they have a lot of great anime, but I feel like there are a lot of anime by Studio Trigger that a lot of people just haven't heard of. Like, when I heard of Space Patrol Luluco, I'm like, I was just looking, I'm like, what's this? I never heard about it, but I got into it, and it was a pretty fun experience. I do think, like, if you're into comedy anime and somewhat slice of life, it's a little bit of everything. It has some action here and there. I don't think I ever finished it. I think I was close to finishing it, but I never did for some reason. But yeah, it's really good. A lot of the Studio Trigger anime are really good, but that one is very underrated. Not many people have heard about it.
Okay. So with the first one, is there like a story, like a main, like ongoing story, or is it just like?
Yeah, it's like a little bit of both. It's like you have some episodes that have continuity, and it's like one episode to another. There's like a story to it. I feel like there is a story throughout the whole entire thing. Like there's a goal, but it's like they kind of take the focus off of it and focus on other things, so it doesn't seem like there's like one goal, but eventually it all just comes back around to what the main goal was, like in the final episodes, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I've read a bit of Radiant. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it wasn't something I got into. It didn't catch my attention mostly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe.
I could see that.
Maybe the anime might do something different, but honestly.
Oh,
when I was reading.
You said you read a little bit of Radiant?
I've seen the manga. I read a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure, cause like I think it's for me it's the opposite. The anime was really slow paced, so I kind of lost interest. But eventually I got to the better parts. I don't know. I feel like it might be the same for the manga too. I'm not sure, but hopefully it's not. And it's just like eventually the pacing gets better or something. But I'm pretty sure that's like one of the biggest problems that I had with it, if not the biggest problem.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess that's all my questions. Lion, you got some?
I honestly don't, because I've never heard of these. Now all I heard is Slice of Life. It's a comedy. So, and that's kind of what I got from it. Like, okay, it's a Slice of Life already.
Yeah.
I'll probably check it out one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because personally, whenever someone asks me to recommend like an underrated anime, I try to like get like a really like obscure one that nobody has heard of, just so I can like, just so it's like not a, because I've been in a situation before where people have asked me, oh, what's an anime I should watch, underrated anime, and I named something like I don't know, like Fire Force or something, which is pretty underrated kind of. But it's still pretty popular, and a lot of people have still heard of that. So I just name like 10 different anime, and they say, yeah, I've already seen all of those. So I try to go out of my way to get really obscure ones. That's a really obscure one that I barely hear anybody talk about.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I guess that's all our questions. I guess Lion, you're next. What are some shows you got?
Well, I have a few ones here. Boongo Stray Dogs.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't actually like that. I was like, it was weird because they did a comedy thing and then it got serious. And then the guy with white hair, apparently he's important, but I was like, okay. And then apparently he meets a bad guy, and I'm like, okay, so is there a really bad guy? I got confused. I was like, what's going on?
Well, I don't know. It's okay. So yeah, we have Boongo Stray Dogs. What's it called? School Life. And oh my god, what's the other show? Bruh. Okay, When They Cry.
When They Cry. Wait, is that a different manga anime?
Yeah, I think I heard of that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, which one do I talk about?
I don't know. It's a School Life.
Well, I haven't heard. I'm the only one that. Well, I've heard of Bungo Stray Dogs, but I've never watched it or anything. So I'd like to know more about that personally.
Okay, so the main character is, homeless at the start of the show, and then you get, he sees, his name is Dazai, which is kind of like, I guess, the mentor for the homeless kid. And he's like really suicidal throughout the whole show. But basically,
oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, and each one has like their specific power. So the homeless kid, he's like a tiger. The suicidal guy can nullify powers from others. like how can I explain? I guess it's the mafia, because there is mafia in the show as well.
Yeah.
And the main bad guy for the mafia is. I don't think I know his power. I don't think they showed it. But I don't know, it's I mean, I would say it's closer to My Hero Academia with how they with each of the quirks.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I'll definitely need to give that a watch because it's been on my watch list for a while. I just never picked it up.
It's 3 seasons. I don't know how many episodes it has.
Okay.
I think I've seen season 1, and then season 2 did a backstory, and honestly, I was like, okay, I'm more confused now. But yeah.
Yeah. What was the other one?
You guys are what's School Life?
Oh, School Life.
School Life.
I think
I've heard School Days.
I've heard of. Yeah, no, I was thinking of another one that sounds familiar. I think it's called Love Live. I think that's a idol anime. Never heard of that other one though.
Yeah, I never seen that, but I do know that one.
Yeah.
School Life. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Okay, so it's okay. So it starts off the first episode. You think it's like, oh, it's a slice of life show, and then at the end of the first episode, you see that it's a apocalyptic show. There's zombies.
Oh, okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah. And so the main character is kind of, I can say, not really stable mentally wise.
Yeah.
So she imagines like, oh no, there's not any zombies at all. And so her classmates have to play along that, they're gonna go home soon, that there's nothing wrong.
Oh, so she's in denial.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of, I can't talk about the things I want to talk because it's gonna spoil the show. But I don't know, it's good. I don't know, it's really good.
Yeah. That sounds good. It's called School Life.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll need to give that a watch.
I just realized there's a lot of anime with school or like life.
Yeah.
It's literally.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different versions of like that other one that I said. It's crazy.
Like, I remember watching School Days. There was only 2 episodes, and the guy got the girl. So I was like, oh, that's a short anime. And then when I heard there was more, I was like, but he got the girl in episode 2. So what else is there? Because I'm used to, romance animes is like you get the girl and the anime. That's basically it.
Yeah. It's actually it's funny you bring that up. There's an anime that I watched last year. It's called Horimiya. I was gonna make a video on that, and the same thing happened. It's like he got the girl very early on, and that barely happens in. I mean, I guess it's kind of underrated, so it kind of falls into the category of what we're talking about. But it was very interesting. I like how he got with her very early, but the thing about it is that they really like build up on the relationship. They don't just stop there. Like usually it would be like a bad thing if the girl fell for the guy or the guy got the girl like early on. But I like how like they keep pushing the relationship and like seeing where the two of them go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that one. I probably would have been the same way. Oh, he got the girl. Nice.
Yeah.
And the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we were talking about Lion stuff. Was that it, Lion? Do you have?
When They Cry.
We can come back to you.
Did you guys watch?
Oh wait.
When They Cry.
Oh.
Yeah.
When They Cry. I do not know that one.
Yeah. Same.
Oh my god. Okay. Have you seen one of the infamous scenes is like where one of the characters' nails gets like ripped off in this machine?
Nope. Never seen.
Don't think so.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh my. I actually don't know how to like. It's basically a horror anime.
Oh, it's a horror anime.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And it's kind of. It's very. I would say it's like Re:Zero, where it's kind of like it like replays. So it's like 4 episodes, then the characters die a certain way, and then it's kind of like, how can I say, it's kind of like parallel universes in a sense,
Yeah.
where the main character is like this little girl, and she keeps like reliving this nightmare, and so she always sees how her classmates die different ways, while she's trying to find out how to stop it, like stop the curse.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like real life. Or what's that horror one? One with the classroom and like people are dying and they have to find a way to like break the curse or something like that.
I know.
Corpse Party.
I know that.
Well, not Corpse Party.
Oh.
It's something else.
It-
It's the main girl's she has a eye patch thing.
Yeah.
She has red eyes.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Another.
I forgot what it is. Something. I forgot.
That's a horror movie. That's a horror one as well.
Yeah.
Another.
Yeah, another. Yeah, that one.
I guess there's a lot of some similar ones.
Yeah, there's another one that was similar to that as well. It was called Erased. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that was the one I was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I remember there's somewhere. That was so, or maybe I'm thinking something else.
there's also ReZero. He keeps dying and coming back to life. So. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not horror. The only
Yeah.
horror is that he somehow is bad. He's somehow a bad character. So the concept's good, but the character's not someone I want to follow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But enough about trashing ReZero.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Anime Bro has like this secret just hatred for ReZero. Just
No, it's not a secret. I'll blurt it out everywhere.
yeah.
I'll go to a fandom of ReZero and blurt out it's an overrated series. I'll do it. I don't care.
Yeah. I feel like ReZero, it's a little bit of both for me. It's a little overrated, but I can enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll continue. I actually had more, but I thought we were doing one. I didn't know we were just gonna say it out loud, like all of ours. I guess yeah, all the Persona series is actually underrated. I mean,
Yeah.
But one series that is recently getting aired now, and I think people don't understand, like, really. I don't think people are really getting into it because I don't hear people talking about it. It's called it's an isekai anime. It's how realistic hero tries to save a king or something like that. It's realistic in it. That's all I know. And it's basically like your typical isekai plot. He gets summoned to this new world, but instead of being like this hero who needs to defeat the demon lord or something, he gets summoned and he basically is solving the political problems of a country. So instead of being like, oh, we need to kill the demon lord, it's like, okay, but how's your food rations? Like, your people are starving and stuff. And, like, that's the main goal of the first, like, it's not really arc, but like the first trials to solve like the hunger issue that the kingdom is doing. It's just like other humans are trying to like start wars and stuff, but the main goal isn't like, hey, we need to invade other countries. It's more of like, how do we solve this problem and not try to make us look like the bad guy, basically. Like,
Okay.
it's like, instead of saying we won't return this kingdom because we said so, it's more like, well, you kind of started the war and you're not really it's kind of bad for us to just give up something because you started it and you just want it back and stuff. So it's a really cool thing. It goes politically, which is something I really do like in fantasy shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think I've
have you guys heard of it?
yeah, I think I've heard of that one. I think I'm gonna get into that one.
Yeah, I really do recommend it.
Yeah.
It's something that really is different, and I don't think people will like it because it's it's because a lot of people always say like Mashoko Tensei, ReZero, and stuff, and they don't. Of course, the main thing you see like in isekai is like the harem aspect, and normally people usually go away from this, but in this one it doesn't really. It's not like a main thing. It's like a side thing. He's not really focused on like a relationship and stuff. He's just more focused on trying to rule the kingdom and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite isekai is Konosuba. It's completely different than all the other ones. It's literally just a comedy.
Yeah, I like that one too. That one's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
I guess Lion, what's your favorite isekai since we're on this topic?
Oh shit. Okay. Favorite isekai. It has to be Mushoku Tensei.
Oh,
Okay.
Because I haven't seen many, so that's why.
okay.
I-
Okay.
Pretty much stay away. The only ones I've seen, ReZero, which that's horrible. Mushoku Tensei, um, and like a bunch of like random ones. I think one was like Dan. I think it was called Danmachi or something. I think that's the name.
Oh,
Danmachi.
yeah. I've heard
Nah,
of that.
that's not an isekai.
Oh, what's the show
That's a
called?
fantasy.
Oh,
What's that?
okay. What's the show called? This is just one. He has like white hair. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Danmachi. That's not an isekai.
Isn't it?
I-
Oh, okay. No,
I thought it
Never
was.
mind it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
With the short girl
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
big boobs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's not an
Oh,
isekai.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's just a fantasy. Isekai tropes.
Yeah, that's pretty much all then. I don't watch much isekai.
Yes.
I haven't released a video yet, but I did a anime discussion with someone, and I basically said like it's a good show, but how people are praising it is like not really like to me. Honestly, I'm a person that kind of compares Western fantasy to Eastern fantasy.
Mhm.
And in my opinion, like when it comes to world building, Eastern fantasy doesn't really do much. Like they build a map and stuff, but like the depths that Western fantasy has gone is like insane. Like when Mishoga Tensei said like, oh, they made their own language and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good. Other shows done it, or like other books have done this, and like in like further lengths and stuff.
Mhm.
And it was like the main thing. One thing I didn't like was they were trying to compare it to Lord of the Rings, which I was like, yeah, you can't do that because Lord of the Rings is like its world building is like something not even modern, like not even like Western writers have done, and some of those world buildings go like insanely long or like are very complex and whatnot. Well, Mishoko Tensei doesn't seem like its world building is big, like, or its history, I guess I should say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking like a bad guy right here now. I'm just
Nah, I haven't. I haven't watched Mushoku Tensei, but it doesn't look like something that you can really compare to Lord of the Rings. It looks like something like completely different.
Yeah. They mostly say that because of the languages, but using languages or in like fiction now, in the Western world, not really in the anime world. I could see where people are coming from, but in the Western world, using like languages like became a common thing. Like, Avatar's done it. Game of Thrones did it. The most popular one being Klingon from Star Trek did it. So, conlangs isn't really something I'd be like, oh wow, this is good. The world building's great. It's more of like, okay, they've done a little bit extra, but what are the other stuff they had? So, yeah, that's just something I have to say
Yeah.
about it. But yeah, we got off track. We were talking about isekai,
Yeah.
and then I was just like,
Yeah.
going on rails about Mushoku Tensei and stuff.
Yeah. Honestly,
But
one thing I want to say about isekai, it's been said before. I think I don't know if you guys know him, but Scamboli Reviews actually did a video on it, and basically, the thing I don't like about isekai is that they don't seem like they ever end. Like, I've never watched the isekai that was finished. Like, it just, I feel like they all just drag on and they just never end. It's like, I feel like none of the people that create them know how to end them. It's like, do they stay, or do they go back to the world, or did they die and get reincarnated into this world and they can't go back, or whatever it is. I really don't know like how a lot of them are gonna end it, and that's something that really kind of wants to push me away from like watching more isekai anime. But I do enjoy them, even though like most of them don't have a ending or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's one thing I do like about Mushoku Tensei is that it actually ended. Like, it's not actually continuing. Mushoku Tensei, as in like Rudius' stories end. Apparently, he has a son and he's doing his own journey and stuff. But yeah, Mushoku Tensei actually ended. He died normally, and I think he had a good life.
Wow. Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
I actually looked into the story. I actually know a lot of things that happened later on. So
yeah, I had no idea. All I know about like the ending of the story, or where they were like around the end, is that they grew up. But that's pretty much all I knew about it.
Yeah. He actually has 3 wives, believe it or not.
Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But honestly, if you actually watch the show, you kind of know who the 3 wives are. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, three wives. That's insane.
Yeah. Anyways, Lion, you're pretty quiet. What's your thoughts on isekai?
on isekai. Well, I don't know. I kind of just say I don't really know much about the isekai. So.
Okay. Well, what's like, because you don't seem to like get into it. Like, what's something that's not like making you get into it more? Is it just the people that trash on it, or is it just like something you don't find interesting?
I mean, it's kind of the like classic tropes for it. Like, oh, hey, he died by a truck. Wow. And then it's like, gets into another world. I don't know. It's kind of the same. It's the same ideas. It's just different characters.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There is one isekai that I think I saw. No, it's just a fantasy. Never mind.
That's one thing people need to differentiate. Fantasy does not equal isekai, okay?
Yeah.
You can die and go to a scientific world, and it wouldn't be a fantasy.
Yeah, that's something I always mistake. Like, there's sometimes when it's just like, because all the isekai, that's a big thing about isekai. Like Lion said, they just all the same for some reason. Like, the world, it all just seems to be like in this big city with like a wall around the like a wall around the whole thing, and it's just like it seems like the same thing. It's all just fantasy, but it's like I see it so much that I forget that isekai literally just means getting teleported to like a different world or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's like I see something like Black Clover and it's in like a fantasy world, but I'm thinking, yeah, this is an isekai because it's in a fantasy world. Same for Seven Deadly Sins. Same for like literally every fantasy world anime. It's crazy how much they use that trope.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Hold on. I was gonna say something. Jeez. Oh, I totally forgot it.
Yeah. I just wanted to.
All
I just.
right,
I just want to say that earlier what was I gonna say? Earlier when I listed all my underrated anime, I just did that because I didn't remember that much about the anime that I was talking about, so I just threw them out there. But yeah, I could name like more anime that I know more about, probably.
Yeah. Well, honestly, let's just go and let's just say it.
All right.
We don't really have to go in an order. Like if you have an anime, you just say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we kind of went all over the place, honestly. But that as long as people enjoy it, that's all that matters. So
Yeah.
let's just let's just continue talking. Let's just continue talking.
All right. So underrated anime. I'm trying to think. There's a couple that I've watched. Well, there's one called Elfen Lied or Elfen Lied, however you pronounce it. And
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That one.
yeah, that
I actually watched that a bit.
yeah, that one is pretty underrated, I'd say. I don't hear people talking about it on a daily basis, but I feel like it's something that everybody knows about. It's basically one of those anime that everybody knows about but never talks about. And yeah, I really like the premise of that one, how it's like these like creatures that just have all these invisible arms or whatever. It's like very sci-fi-ish, and it's very gory as well. I wasn't expecting it to be that gory. It was really crazy, but it's probably the goriest anime that I've watched. But if you're into horror anime, I definitely recommend watching Elfen Lied. I like the cast and everything, and it's really I forgot when it was made, but I really like the aesthetic of it as well.
90s.
Oh, the 90s? Yeah, I really like the aesthetic. That's probably why. It's the art style looks really good. It's like a kind of a old kind of like an older art style and everything. But yeah, that's another one that I was thinking about recommending in that other video that I was planning on making. Yeah.
Have you heard of this line?
Elfen Lied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we talked about it in the episode of just me and you of like what anime we watch to get into more anime. And,
Oh yeah.
and Elfen Lied,
Totally
and
forgot.
Elfen Lied was the one I watched.
Totally forgot about the non-canon anime.
Yeah.
That will never be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nice. We all seen this. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You gotta say one thing. Like that one was like it wasn't just gory. It was very sad. Like
Yeah.
there were a lot of terrible people in that anime, and it was like, man, these are just like. Honestly, the one thing I gotta say, the worst people aren't like the parents that neglected or stuff. It was like the kids that killed a dog. Like,
Yeah.
no kid just goes up and like, hey, let's kill this dog. Like,
Yeah, that's
I'm like, you kidding me?
yeah, that's another thing I was thinking about. Like the backstories of the characters is so sad, like when I think about it. It was very like it's a very good story driven anime, but man, like you said, it was very gory as well. People are just messed up in that show. It's like, geez, like even the main, I think it was like the main girl. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
her especially. Oh my gosh, very gory.
But honestly, I think it would turn out the same way. Like, what group of kids are just going like, hey, let's kill this dog in front of you? Like,
Yeah.
like bullying, that's what kids do. But, I don't see a kid just go up and be like, hey, let's kill this animal.
Yeah, man. When I saw that part, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not like a regular anime. Like, I can't say that the kids didn't deserve what they got for that, but at the same time, it's just like a dog. Wow. That's insane.
Yeah. Which is funny because, it happened in JoJo's, but
Yeah.
it's not as bad.
Yeah, that's insane. But honestly, now that you say that, I want to get to like the topic of like gory anime. Like, what's the goriest, like darkest anime that you guys have watched?
Berserk.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
Berserk is like insane. Like honestly, when it came to like character, like emo characters, I always thought at some point you gotta stop looking down on the earth and be like the world is pretty dark and stuff like that. But when it came to Guts' backstory, I'm like, you know what, he kind of deserves it. Honestly, like he's being a dick, but he earned it. Like his backstory was so sad,
Yeah.
and it's like. yeah, honestly, I would probably be the same way if I lived through that.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the anime for Berserk, so I can't say much about that.
Yeah.
The goriest for me was probably Corpse Party or When They Cry.
Hmm.
Horror anime is just very gory for some reason. Like,
Yeah. There was another one.
I guess that's horror in general.
Yeah, there was another one that I never watched it, but I think it's called Blood Sea or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I saw a clip. I saw a clip from that, and I was just like, "Oh my, what is this?" Like they put them in like the humans in like a bag and blended them. I was like,
Oh,
blamed them.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh my goodness, that was like, what the? What's going?
Yeah, and I was thinking about watching it. But it was so gory. Like I remember I saw that clip. There was a clip where like these monsters just broke into the building and like split a girl in half or whatever. Like into it was like they broke into a school. And there was another clip where, like, geez, I think they just like there was a monster and it just like like I don't know if you guys saw that like Invincible. But like that part where he killed the Batman ripoff guy where he slammed him into the floor. Basically that's what the monster did to the girl in that anime, and it's like, wow, this is very gory. Like I'm gonna watch it, I think, but jeez, never seen anything like it.
I think the only gory one that I liked was Attack on Titan, but that was because the gore was like, it wasn't like everywhere, and it wasn't like the main focus of the story, so it was like, okay,
Yeah.
like honestly, Attack on Titan, like it's one show where plot armor does not mean anything, well, except for the big three characters, but everyone else, it's like if you're not needed anymore, you're gone. There's no need for you.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And Parasite is also quite gruesome.
Oh, Parasite.
What? Oh, Parasite.
Yeah.
It's Bedicite, and I was like, what's that? Yeah, Parasite's actually pretty gruesome.
Yeah, I seen a little bit of that, but I never finished it. I need to rewatch it.
I don't think it's that bad though, because it's like it's a little bit lighter, honestly. Like other shows that I've seen that are pretty gruesome, they're gruesome, but they're also very sad. And that one's a bit lighter because it's like the main character just has like a freaky arm thing, and he's just going around killing people. So it wasn't like, okay, I guess it was like Attack on Titan. You know, there was still some light-headed moments and stuff. Just it wasn't like total like the world's doomed and this is how the world is gonna be. Well, actually, yeah, that's actually Attack on Titan, but you know what I mean. Yeah. There's some light moments in it, so it wasn't as bad as some other shows. But since we don't really have it, I think actually I'm trying to think of underrated animes. Because I have a list. I guess Camino Jihin, that one being released last year.
Yeah.
I really like that. Honestly, I like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Are we all seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen some parts of it.
Yeah.
Well, I like it, honestly. It's a really cool thing. Like, this ghoul he's like an overpowered character, but I think I just like the main character himself because he's kind of the character I am. Like if someone says to do something, I'm just, instead of just like, why? Like, I'm just like, you know what? I'll do it. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that one. It's very underrated. I'm honestly surprised that I didn't see that many people talking about it. I definitely hope that season 2 comes soon, because when I was watching it, I feel like I've never had anime burnout personally, but I feel like if the closest I got to it was with only one specific genre, that was supernatural shonen. It's like I said in the video from like the end of the year video, but
Yeah.
it's like I was kind of having a burnout with supernatural anime and manga. Like that's my favorite genre. My favorite anime is Bleach and everything, and like I got into more and more, but it feels like Shonen Jump just saw the success of like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man and everything, and they just continually like put out no less than 5 supernatural shonen per month, and it's like I see all of these and it's like they're not on the same level as those other ones like Jujutsu Kaisen and everything. And so I basically keep seeing all these supernatural shonen, and I don't really like them. Like it's not hitting as much as the bigger ones, but Kemono Jihen was really really refreshing for me. I feel like it got me back into liking supernatural shonen again.
Yeah. I'm not really big into supernatural, honestly. I still prefer the fantasy because it's a different world. You get to learn more about it, and you see how different it is, or how similar it is to our world and all that stuff. But I do gotta say, it was a really good watch. I really do, like I said, the main character. It was a really good. I guess he's unique because there's no character like him, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think about it, and no, there's no character like him. They're either knuckleheads that don't do whatever people ask them, or they're logical people that honestly don't understand emotion.
Yeah.
There's never like an in between. That guy was like, he would do whatever people would say, but he still had his like emotions. Like if someone said kill your friend, he would be like, no, I won't do it.
Yeah.
But if he said like, hey, can you help me out with this hard task? He would be like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
He seemed like I guess he's a complicated guy. I guess another thing is like he doesn't really have a goal.
Mm-hmm.
He does have a goal technically. It's that bone thing around his neck, but it's mostly like his first thing. Like when we first saw the first episode, for those who don't know, at the very end of it, and like the guy who goes in and finds him, he's like, hey, you want to work for me? We got people like you. And at the end, he's like, nah, I just want to die, because this whole time he's been treated like a monster. I'm not giving it justice, honestly. I'm not even explaining it right. You should actually just go watch it.
Yeah.
It's a really good show.
Yeah, that part really surprised me. It was crazy because like I wasn't expecting him to just like what happened. It was really just like sudden. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Ryan,
what's your thoughts on this?
I really like it.
I have no idea. I saw like one or two episodes.
Okay. You've just seen that part. What was your thought on that?
I thought it was, for the first episode or two, I was like, it's okay. Because I didn't watch all thing. I should. But I mean, there's so much anime I need to watch. But it definitely does seem really interesting. One of the parts you just said reminded me of Chainsaw Man.
Oh, you mean the part where the guy wanted to die?
No, except for that. But well, like oh my god. Where he went to, wasn't he like recruited to some people, you said?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's similar to Chainsaw Man in a way.
Yeah.
Because I heard that, but I was like, are we talking about Kemono Jihen or Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
Honestly, there's like a lot of anime. Like that's the one thing about anime. They're very similar. Like isekai's hated because honestly, it is very similar. Guy goes to New World, he's overpowered, he gets a harem. There we go. That's most of isekai. So when there's a new one that's very different, it's like, holy crap, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah. I will say that for Kemono Jihen, I really like that one. It was personally refreshing to me. Like I was talking to my friend about it, and I like the concept of, I know there's like Mushoku Tensei, but I like the concept of like them being like much younger than the average age that there usually is, like nowadays you see a lot of anime and they're usually like in their teens, like older teens, like 15 to probably
Yeah.
18. Like these are actual like kids.
Yeah.
Like the last time I saw an anime like that, I feel like it's probably like the part 1 of Naruto or something. And I like how they're like the organization like Lion was talking about. I like how like they were recruited, but it's pretty small in comparison to something like Chainsaw Man. And like I like how basically since it's so small, they basically have each other's backs. They're always trusting each other for different tasks and stuff like that. But yeah, I really like that anime.
Yeah. All right, we got to do another one. I guess. Other things. You guys got other things? We could talk about other stuff. We don't have to talk about under. If we're done with this, we could just go to a different ship to say.
Yeah.
Well, I guess actually, since this is actually going to probably be released. Let me check the calendar. Oh, it's going to be released if you're doing this on Monday. Yeah, so this is actually Valentine's Day. I guess we should talk about something for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess ships. You guys have any ships that you liked?
Ships.
Oh shit.
Or ships that you wanted and that didn't happen?
There's many.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I can put another hour into the video.
Okay, well, with Fruits Basket, Kyo and Toru. Luckily, they did end up together.
Yep, that's a good ship. I agree.
Yeah.
I accept it. Let's let that sail.
Oh my god. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. The two, oh my god, like the fucking blonde guy and Kaguya herself.
Oh yeah.
I have wait, hold on. Do I know that? I've heard of that, but I don't know if I've seen it.
That's like the one where
Can you explain that?
When they're at school.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't help at all. Like, you know how many animes in school?
Yeah. I thought about it. I was like, wow.
Okay, maybe you've seen the main girl then. She has like kind of like red eyes and like this red ribbon in her hair.
Yeah.
Red ribbon in her hair. Okay, red eyes kind of does help, but
yeah.
I don't.
There was yeah.
I mean, it's kind of just basically it's just a normal romance comedy, but it's weird because the two main characters, the guy and the girl, like they both like each other, but we're kind of in this competition to see who would.
Love is War. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should have said it was like Death Note, but romance. That's what people say.
I was gonna say like you should definitely like I was gonna name a character. I was gonna be like you should definitely know her. It was like she was like a big character, the one with pink hair, Chica, I think her name was.
Yeah. Her.
That one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like that one too.
Man, I'm trying to remember. I guess the ship I was happy, not really happy, but it worked out, and I'm kind of glad was Naruto and Hinata. And honestly, that's because the movie was great.
Yeah.
Like in the show, it didn't hint to it, but I really like that they did a whole movie about this relationship. Like honestly, how it ended was like the moon was literally going to crash into Earth, and they ended and they got together. I really like that. Honestly, I don't like Naruto as a whole, but that movie was actually really great. It was like a really amazing movie.
Yeah. I actually need to watch the Naruto movies because I've watched a couple. I already finished the entire series, but I need to watch like the last and everything else. I watched all the part 1 movies. I need to watch those though, but as far as ships go, I'm like completely different than you guys. I don't have any like ships that I wish happened that didn't happen or anything like that. But I guess like one thing I do want to talk about is like I don't know if you guys seen the end of Bleach or anything like that, but I know I know a lot of people wanted Rukia to end up with Ichigo, but personally, I it could have gone either way for me, and I would have been happy with it. But I think that it makes
I don't know, honestly.
yeah.
When it came to Bleach, I didn't really care as well, but honestly, I wanted, like, deep down, I thought Ichigo and Rukia kind of made more sense than Orihime and Ichigo.
Yeah, I feel that. The only reason that I say that it's like kind of like I didn't really mind is because either way it would have made sense to me. I do see like Rukia like having been with Ichigo the whole time and what they've been through. Like they went through a lot, so it makes sense to me. But with Orihime, they basically grew up together. We didn't see that much of it, but it's kind of like that other anime we talked about the last podcast. I think it was like another like fantasy. I almost said isekai, another fantasy anime. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of just a thing of we didn't see it happen, but we know that it happened, and like he was there for her in her childhood and stuff like that. I think they hinted that like they always had feelings or something, but I'm not sure. But either way is fine for me. Orihime or Rukia.
I guess I'm trying to think of another ship that it's really hard because most of the ships are like romance ships. There's not really like any like shonen ships that really were like, oh yeah, these should have ended together because most shonens are still going.
Yeah.
But since we're on it, I'm gonna say a ship that I didn't really like was honestly Meliodas and Elizabeth. I did not like that from Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
You guys watch Seven Deadly Sins?
Yeah, I've watched it before. But I haven't finished it. But I do know that they ended up together, and honestly, I don't know. I didn't know how to feel about that ship. It was, like I didn't know how to feel about it. It was just mid to me. Yeah.
I didn't really like it, but I think it's because more I didn't like Meliodas as a character. He was just really weird. Like, he had his tragic past, but, you know, you look at the guy and it's like, was it really that bad? Like, I know people are probably gonna hate me, like he was suffering all this time, but when you first meet him, you don't look at him and say like, oh, he's been suffering so much. You look at him and like, you should probably stay away from this guy.
Yeah.
Like, that was my thing, really. And when, of course, like it was like this thing of like Meliodas was protecting her because, you know, forbidden love and stuff like that. But I got another ship from that I actually did. Zeldris and Ghislaine. That's actually a ship I actually liked, because that one was actually very like, learning about the backstory and stuff was actually really sad.
Yeah.
Because Zeldris was, for those who don't know, Zeldris is Meliodas' brother, and the backstory between this is that so Zeldris and Ghislaine were they love each other, but the problem being that the Demon Lord didn't like that. Now, unlike Meliodas and Elizabeth, where they basically like, you know, screw them and then they get punished, Zeldris actually tries his best to protect her by, instead of like, he was ordered to kill the vampire race, but instead of doing that, he basically sealed them away, which protected her because they're immortal, so they don't really die. So he was protecting her, and Zeldris was protecting her, and basically they were waiting. And this whole time, he kind of hated Meliodas because he just did whatever he wanted, and it kind of showed like he kind of was being careless, because there was a whole bunch of stuff that happened because of his actions. Technically, I don't really know much about the Seven Deadly Sins world because I just followed the manga, and even then I was still like, wasn't really that big into it. But at the very end, when they actually came together, it was also really cool because I guess it's just, I just like that shit. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I think I might have one. Have you guys seen Fairy Tail?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Fairy Tail.
From what I'm
Wait.
pretty sure Natsu ends up with Lucy, right?
Yeah, in the alternate
Yeah,
Oh my God.
dimension thing.
in the alternate world.
They do, and yeah, they have a kid, and yeah.
Okay, but okay.
Which honestly,
well, that's pretty
I'm fine. I'm fine with.
Yeah.
But
I'm fine with that shit.
okay, well, who is it then in the original one? Mary Jane or who does it end up with besides Lucy? Isn't it like Mary Jane or something?
No, I think it's Gray and what's that lady's name?
Yeah, I can name a lot of the ships. Actually, I don't know how, but I know there's Natsu and Lucy. There's Gray and Juvia. There's
Julia, that's her name.
there's
Gajil
and Levy.
what's her name? Levy, yeah, that's her name. That's her
And
name.
Levy. Yeah, I think
They're
there was
all pretty
like
good then, actually.
yeah, I think there was like a little thing with what's her name, Mary Jane and what's his name, Loxus, I think. Yeah, him.
Yeah, well,
There was
also Urza and what's his name?
yeah, that's the one. Urza and Jalal, I think his name was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fairy Tail seemed like how like its ending was like weird because it was like oh, we defeated that guy. Next is like a time skip. Okay, Lucy won an award, and then it's like okay, and then all these bunch of people that honestly you probably didn't care about ended up together.
Yeah. One thing I want to ask you guys about, like about the fairy tale ships is how do you feel about like when well, I guess spoiler or whatever, but how do you feel about when they found out that what's her name? I think her name was Lizana was still alive, and basically Lucy and Natsu still get shipped together. Do you guys think that he should have ended up with that other girl that he knew like as a kid, or is that still like
Nah. Yeah, honestly, with that, when it came to Fairy Tail, like my favorite like waifu was Urza. I liked Urza. That was my thing.
Yeah.
So when it came to Lucy and stuff, I was like, Lucy and Natsu kind of does make sense, but then again, it's like I don't see Natsu like
yeah
settling down because he's just doing his own thing, going on adventures.
yeah
You know. So, and with the little girl, I think I didn't care much because we didn't get much of her. Even when she came back, she was still like a minor character that we didn't care about.
yeah
So in a sense, it did make sense that Lucy and Natsu were together because the whole time we saw them together. You know, they were teammates. They like Natsu, in fact, invited her kinda to join Fairy Tail. So, you know, it seemed like they were kind of right together. So I was okay with that.
yeah that's pretty that's a pretty good ship too, in my opinion. It's just that it's kind of funny how the creator like shipped Natsu and Lucy in a different world, but I think I heard like him say something before that he made a statement. I think he said that Natsu and Lucy are like more than friends. Like in this world they're like more than friends but less than lovers. Like I think that's what he said about it. That's kind of interesting.
Also like family.
Yeah, kind of like family, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, that yeah. Okay, then I guess they're
Yeah,
I guess they're never gonna happen again. They're never gonna be together. Okay.
yeah, it's I don't know, but you never know. I think that's just what he said about it though. I have a hard time interpreting that statement from him.
Well, honestly, like family's like the middle thing. It's like so it's either acquaintance, friend, family, or lover.
Yeah.
Well, if you're more than friends but less than lovers, then well, there you go, you're family.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that.
So
Yeah.
yay! It's not very hard. I just solved it for you.
Yeah. There was another anime that I wanted to talk about. For the ships, I feel like I know that you said you were gonna get into it when we had our little anime talk, but it's Black Clover. That has a lot of ships, but none of them are finalized, kind of, since it's not finished. And I don't think we could really talk about it like as effectively since you haven't watched it or read it. But like the ships, I don't know if Lions watched it or read it, but like the
No, I've watched it. Like I've gone pretty far, so I kind of know some of the ships. I don't know all of them.
oh, okay.
Because, especially like I don't know if there's new characters that like, hey, these two should go together. But I know enough where it's like, okay, I kind of know where some ships will.
Yeah.
Some ships I'm rooting for, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me because I honestly don't know where it'll end. I feel like I've talked about this before. The main character Asta, a bunch of girls like him and whatever, but the main two that there are was Noelle, which is the main girl, and I think it was her cousin Mimosa, but between those two, I don't know if I should think about it this way, but I feel like it's gonna be a Bleach thing, kind of, because the same way that Rukia is the main girl and like Orihime is like the side not the side girl, but like the second main girl or whatever. I feel like that's probably like that's just like looking at how Bleach did it. I want to say maybe that'll be how it happens, but I doubt it since I think she confessed in the manga. I'm not sure, but
I haven't read the manga, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she did. I think she did, but yeah, no, I think it was just her admitting it to herself. But I don't think that they'll take a Bleach route, but it seems like something that they could easily take that route with, just have him end up with the second girl instead of the first one. And it's kind of funny because they're even similar, like in their powers, like Orihime can heal and Mimosa can heal. They both have orange hair and everything. It's like it just seems like that would happen, but I doubt it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Lion, you seen Black Clover?
Up until the fight between the Kin and Licht, which is episode 90 or episode 100, around there.
No, so that's still enough. You have some thoughts on ships. What do you say?
Yeah.
What ships should sail?
Oh my god! Like I don't really know. A lot of people say Noelle. I think that's her name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there's like a weird. Isn't it like a new girl coming in, like Nero or something?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite out of all of them.
Wasn't she like the bird or?
Yeah, she was. The
Oh
bird.
my god!
Yeah.
But I don't know. Probably Nero then. I don't know much about her, but probably
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. I don't know what that. I was thinking Asta and the redhead because they actually had a similar, like, they cared about their siblings and all that stuff, and they grew up like around kids.
Yeah.
So I thought that would actually be a good one because they both understand what it's like to have siblings and understand how important it is to like care for your siblings. So I was down with that one. I was like, yeah, I could see him end up with this girl. This seems like a good ship that would sail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, one of my favorite things about Black Clover is like the ships. Like, since they're so like you don't know who's gonna end up with who. Like, if Asta ends up with whether he ends up with Noelle or Mimosa or the redhead girl, like there's still Noelle and like Mimosa and a bunch of different characters, and they could also end up with somebody else. And it's like it's fun to think about who they might end up with. I know a lot of people ship his rival and Mimosa. I don't know why, but they do that. And like I think they ship Noelle and I think that Finro guy. But yeah, there's a bunch of ships that you can really mix around in that show.
All right. Yeah. I guess another what's it? Yeah. Okay. So I guess this is a big one since you've seen it or read it. So Yami, who do you ship? with him.
Oh yeah, definitely that what's her name? Charlotte girl from the Blue Rose Knights, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Definitely her.
me and you, man, me and you. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, there's no way that can't happen. It has to be.
Yeah. Honestly, with Asta, I'm like it can go either way. But Yami, if he doesn't end up with her, I'm gonna say worst ship ever. Worst ship ever. Honestly.
Yeah. boycott the manga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boycott the manga.
Yeah, honestly, that has to happen. Like, even like everything that happened during I think like the elf arc or whatever. Like, it's just that has to
Yeah.
happen. I can't imagine it not happening. Like just the way she acts towards him and everything. And I know Yami is like Yami is like oblivious or whatever, and like he has
Yeah.
like he barely has any idea that she even likes him. But yeah, I really want that to happen.
Yeah, yeah. Especially because I think we get more of like why she likes him, like instead of like, well, like also like the other girl, the redhead. I forgot her name, but more. I think I don't see it happening with her and Diami because it's like they're in the same like house. I don't know
Yeah.
what's called. Is it house? Okay, yeah, they're in
Yes.
the same house, so it's like he probably sees her as like a sister more than like an actual like lover and stuff. So
Yeah.
I see Charlotte more because it's like they also like grew up like they also were like it seemed like they were near each other or like they had a lot of time spent together more than the redhead and him. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm hoping Yami and Charlotte get together.
Yeah, they're both captains and everything. I definitely agree with that. I agree with what you said about the other girl. I think her name is Vanessa. Yeah, she's like they're in the same squad and everything. Like I see people like shipping them sometimes. It's like I somewhat agree, but like he's like she's more of like a what's it called, like a subordinate to him. So I don't know if that'd be as like
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be as like effective as like him and Charlotte, but yeah, that's my ship. Honestly, that's my ship for Yami.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so I got a question for you guys. Did you guys watch One Piece or read One Piece?
Yes,
I don't know if I already asked
actually,
this,
yeah, I've
All of it?
watched it. All of it, not all of it. I'm currently at what is it? Dressrosa. I just started Dressrosa.
Oh, okay, so you're pretty far. Okay. What about
Yeah.
you, Lion?
No, not at all.
Oh, dang.
I have no
I
idea.
thought we were going to talk about One Piece. Dang it. You need to get into it, Lion. You need to get into it. This is
I
like,
need to, but
we love JoJo's, honestly,
Yeah.
but honestly, I need people, like, if I'm doing a podcast, I need people to like, first love JoJo's, okay? That's a number
Yeah.
one. That's a fact we all needed. And then
Yeah.
secondly, read One Piece or watch it, honestly.
okay, I got 20 episodes in. That's all.
20 episodes, that's nothing.
I got into 20 episodes and I was like, nope.
Yeah, it's
Dude, One Piece is literally like, honestly, people talk about like Mashoka Tensei being slow. That's nothing compared to One Piece. Like the story doesn't even begin until like, honestly, like, until like
Yeah.
90 chapters.
Oh my god.
yeah. Honestly, I remember we had the anime talk, and you were talking about how the pacing was very slow, and it wasn't slow at the part where I was when you were talking about that, but I'm like I've gotten further now, and oh my gosh, it's like they spend like 10 seconds or 20 seconds panning a single shot, and I'm just like, you could be using this time to get further in the episode. It's getting pretty bad, but at least I still haven't got to like the
Yeah.
worst parts.
Oh, Dressrosa is like one of the worst like ones when it comes to anime adaptation because it's more episodes than chapters,
Oh,
and that's not really good for an for an anime series because that's like that means there's a lot of filler into it, so it's gonna be very long and stuff. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, Lion, you need to start getting into One Piece, man. We're in a podcast together. This is unforgivable.
But I'm currently reading Chainsaw Man.
That can wait.
Man, it's like Chainsaw Man is like what, that 90 chapters now. One Piece is at 1,040 chapters. Almost.
Yeah. You can pick that up after you could. Here's the thing: read the manga for One Piece, then watch the anime for Chainsaw Man. There you go. There. You solved the problem for you.
Honestly, I'll vouch for Lion. You both are gonna hate me for this, but I'm the opposite. I haven't watched JoJo's or read it, so.
Oh my god.
What? Oh my goodness! We're doing a podcast with this guy, Lion. You believe it?
That's worse than not watching One Piece.
Yeah, honestly, like
I
like One Piece, it's understandable. It's really long, but JoJo's, seriously, man.
I mean, JoJo's is pretty long. I mean, it's the anime not in comparison as long as One Piece, but I don't know. It's just I tried to start it once and then I just didn't have the time, and like I know I'm watching One Piece, which is like 1,000 episodes, but the length of JoJo still kind of intimidates me. I don't know. I'll definitely get into it eventually, though.
I don't know, Lion. Do you think we need to kick him out?
Well, the thing is, like one JoJo port for anime is long, but even so, it's good.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I thought we all watched JoJo. What is going on? I got a co-host who hasn't read One Piece. I got a co-host who says he hasn't gotten into JoJo's. Oh my goodness, I have done the wrong podcast. I need two other co-hosts. Seriously, this is not good. This is not good.
Man.
Jeez Louise.
We'll have to.
Okay.
We'll have to exchange knowledge on One Piece and JoJo's. Lion.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to convince you with both of them. So I'm gonna go One Piece because honestly, that was the first one that really did upset me. So Lion, even though it's pretty slow, the thing about One Piece is that it's like an ongoing show. So like, even though the beginning is okay, let's put it in perspective with JoJo's actually. So JoJo Part 1 considered by far the worst.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's the worst out of all of it. So, like, East Blue Saga is part 1 of JoJo's.
Okay.
You know, it's the worst. It's kind of the worst saga. It's actually, there's probably a lot more worse sagas out there, but you know, it's still a good saga. And also, you get so many memorable moments in that saga alone. Like, you meet Zoro. You get his duel with Mihawk, which you don't know who he is.
No.
So it means nothing. You meet, you get a lot of world building. That's one thing you do. And, like, honestly, people talk about Mushoku Tensei where it's like, oh, its world building is great. Yeah, that's nothing compared to One Piece, honestly. One Piece's world building is insane. Like, you could do an hour-long video of stuff that happened. Like in the first half, all the world building you get in just the first half. And even though it's long, I'll tell you right now, it's really worth it because it's like its world building is great. The characters you meet is also great, and they also have like sad backstories. Not to the same extent like Guts and you know the girl from Elfen Lied, but you know it's well actually kind of. Actually, because some people's parents, actually the backstories are pretty sad now thinking about it. Backstories are really sad.
Yeah, I was just about to say like Robin's backstory is definitely the saddest. Like, oh my gosh, I can't even say it. I can't even say what her backstory is.
So actually, now refreshing. Yeah, the backstories are actually pretty sad. So like, because I think in every backstory someone dies. Yeah, every backstory someone dies. So you don't know this, but Tenza, but when you get to Whole Cake Island, even in Sanji's backstory, someone dies.
Yeah.
So
I heard Sanji had like a secret backstory. It wasn't just like a what was it like what we saw in East Blue. I can't wait for that. Yeah. So like you get great character development. You get great world building. Like I know it's too long, but honestly, it's kind of understandable when you get to like, especially now, because right now we're at
I'm calling it the second Marineford because, like, Marineford's perfect arc, best arc ever,
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah.
Also,
JoJo's. Okay, so
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really hard to explain
Yeah.
with JoJo's, but JoJo's is like a unique series because the inspirations that Araki gets is they're from Western,
yeah.
or Western entertainment. So normally, you know, in anime, they usually go off of something that happened that's really popular in anime. But Araki does most of his stuff from Western. Like, in fact, most references like are Western, are from like the West. Like, um, so do you know the band AC/DC,
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
or you heard of them?
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, that's a villain in JoJo's.
Oh wow. I think I heard of that. There's like a wasn't like a stand name or
You
something.
know Queen? You know,
Cool.
no, you know Queen?
Yeah. Yeah, I know that.
That's a villain in
Oh.
JoJo's.
Oh my gosh, wow. Yeah. That's insane. That's insane.
You know Prince?
Oh my gosh, wow. You gonna tell me that there's a villain named Prince?
No, there's not a villain. But there's a main character that dressed like Prince.
Wow.
And that's not on accident. That's actually legit. He legit is supposed to look like him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anyway, there's a lot of references, like, honestly, in JoJo's. That's why I like it. But also, like, its story, like, nothing is compared to JoJo's, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, even if you read it, even to this day, like, JoJo's was made in the 80s, and to this day, there's still nothing, like, at all like JoJo's.
Yeah.
And the one arc that people are waiting for is what's it called? Dang it, Steel Ball Run. Yeah,
Oh,
Steel
yeah,
Ball Run.
Yeah.
I was gonna be sad if I forgot that arc. But yeah, Steel Ball Run. I don't know because I'm an anime only, but
Yeah.
I caught up to the anime and stuff, and it's really good. Like, honestly, even the art, when people say it looks bad, it actually doesn't. Like, its art is like, it's very hard to mess up JoJo art because it's very unique. Like, even if you mess it up somehow, you can still tell it's JoJo's. It's that unique, and yeah, its art style is amazing. The only gripe with it is like the same with One Piece. The beginning,
Yeah.
not because it's slow, because it's like the smallest part. I think it's like 8 episodes in the anime.
Mhm.
It's just very bland compared to like the other arcs. But yeah, you should get into JoJo's. That's the one thing that is a must because it's not that long, honestly.
Yeah.
And especially like, I guess like everyone knows JoJo memes. Like, that's one thing everybody knows, JoJo memes.
Yeah.
Like, and also like, yeah, I know we're annoying toxic fan. We're not really toxic. We're just annoying. We're an annoying fan base. But JoJo's is an anime you should try to get into because, especially like, it's really cool seeing all these Western references.
Yeah.
Do you know Wham?
Wham? Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. So that's also a villain in JoJo's.
Oh my gosh, wow. That's insane. Yeah. I was gonna say the one thing that I do know about JoJo's, like, the memes or whatever. Like, before I say that, I do want to say that, like, JoJo's, I wouldn't say that they're annoying in, like, a bad way. It's just that, you know, a lot of times they just want to, you know, push people to getting into their series. I feel like every fandom has, like, some toxicity that's, you know, like, that's granted, but I feel like JoJo's isn't really that toxic, like, in a bad way. It's like, or annoying in a bad way. It's just they want others to get into their series. But with the memes,
Yeah.
with the meme side of thing, I always see it. It's one of my favorites is I haven't watched it, but there's like this meme where their powers work in like a super specific way. It's like it has to be raining on a Saturday while they're wearing a raincoat, eating a hot dog, standing on one leg or something. It's like there's a meme that like their powers work super specifically or whatever.
Oh yeah, JoJo's is so weird, honestly, that like its powers are also like even some powers I still don't like get. Like, one of them that everybody knows is King Crimson, which I kind of somehow get. Also, that's also a reference.
Oh wow, yeah, that
that's a reference to a band.
Yeah, I realized that late. King Crimson. Wow.
Or I think it's King Crimson is I think the Japanese name. I'm trying to remember because Americans, they had to change it obviously for copyright, but
yeah,
in Japanese, like they don't change the name. So like one of them called Zipper Man, his name is Sticky Fingers.
Oh my gosh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that one. Oh
yeah, his name in Japanese is Sticky Fingers, but they had to change it because of copyright reasons, obviously. Golden Wind is actually a reference to, I think, a Prince song. Golden Wind? Yeah, Golden Wind, I think that's the only name they didn't change. Golden Wind.
Yeah.
Crazy Diamond, that's a Pink Floyd song. There's just a lot of references. I can't really name it.
Wow, that's crazy. All those references.
Yeah, but yeah, you go into Notorious B.I.G. I totally forgot that one.
What?
That's a stand.
Oh my gosh.
Totally forgot.
Wow, that's insane.
There's also a stand called Doc. Oh wait, Kanye West is in Steel Ball Run.
It's hilarious because I was listening to Notorious the other day, like a blast of the past. Wow, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So, no joke. Well, he's not officially in Steel Ball Run. Like, you don't see him singing in Steel Ball Run. But there's a side character. So I looked up the wiki. So there's a side character in the back, and his name is, no joke, Kanye. And I think he's Kanye, and he's from the West.
Oh my god.
Or something like that. So.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Kanye West is in JoJo's.
Wow.
So honestly. Yeah, the references, they keep coming and they don't stop coming.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like that connects to the whole, is that a JoJo's reference thing? Like that.
Yeah, always... that's apparent. Yeah, so like where you get, is that a JoJo's reference?
Yeah,
it's that, and like honestly everything that people do in JoJo's. So there you go. You kind of get the fandom now.
Wow, that's crazy. It's kind of like that thing where it's kind of like that thing where, like, you know, they put like all those skins in Fortnite or whatever, and they're like, they made a like Naruto, for example. They made a anime after that Fortnite character. I never knew.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. If they make I want to see how JoJo fans would think if it ever, like, whenever JoJo goes into Fortnite. I wonder if they'll say, "Is that a Fortnite reference?" Or like, "Is that a JoJo reference?"
That's actually that's a good question. Wow.
Because now if JoJo goes into it, it will be like, "Is that a Fortnite reference?" It's like, "No, that's a JoJo reference." Get it right.
JoJo's fandom and Fortnite fandom get into a war.
Yeah, it'll be the biggest war ever.
Wow. I'm done.
Okay, yeah, so obviously I was able to explain a lot more JoJo's than One Piece, but One Piece, honestly, if you like world building and character development, you should get into One Piece. It's a good show.
Yeah.
And there's even like questions we don't even know, like, to this day.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know what the One Piece is, honestly.
Yeah, I'm still I'm still so, like, what's the word? I don't even know the word for it. I'm still so interested in what you told me that day. Like, again, bringing back the anime talk of what you said that day about, like, Laugh Tale and the final island. I'm just like, wow, that's insane. Like, what could this all be? Like, how could it, like, how can it end? It's so insane to think about.
Yeah, because like with that, when a One Piece fan is like, the one thing we always like speculate is how it will end. But honestly, when it ends, it's gonna be like just legendary. Honestly, because I was discussing with Rose. This This is a person that Tensa knows, but Lion, you don't know. But like we were talking about One Piece, one thing like we were talking about is like how it'll end. Like one thing we actually were like, this is a cool ending. Is like, what if he ended the same way Goldie Roger ended? Like,
Oh yeah.
just on like the pedestal, on the same pedestal he was, and just like, I left it all in one place.
Yeah.
Now you just need to find it. And that would have been a cool ending. That would have been like, history repeated. He did it, and he died like a pirate king.
Yeah,
It
that's
would have been really cool.
that would be crazy. The one thing that I was thinking about the other day is actually insane. I don't know who he would be in the same, like, I wonder, like, if Luffy has like a kid, I wonder if he'll be in the same position as like Roger. And obviously with Roger, it was Garp, his granddad. He entrusted his kid to him. But like in Luffy's case, I feel like it would either
it would be Kobe.
I feel like it would.
Holy crap.
I feel like it would either be Kobe or Smoker, because I got to like I just finished what is it, Punk Hazard, and like he seems to be like warming up to them more. But it's either Kobe or I don't know which one it would be. But I feel like Kobe makes more sense.
That would be so cool, honestly. Yeah, all these theories. Yeah, Lion doesn't know what we're talking about, honestly.
I'm sitting here like, I have no idea.
We need these One Piece discussions, man.
Yeah.
Lion, get into it. I want to talk about One Piece now. We can't do it because you haven't. Man.
Okay, well,
geez,
we also can't do JoJo, so.
Oh yeah.
Well, honestly, we could talk about JoJo's and he will still not get it. Honestly.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
a
much.
shame. That's a shame.
Like here, okay. So here's a spoiler for Steel Ball Run.
Yeah.
So there's this guy who turns into a dinosaur and he's looking for the pieces of Jesus Christ
What?
and to give it to the president.
Wow. Honestly, you said he turned.
Do you understand the story?
Oh my gosh, you said dinosaur and turn.
Yeah, he turns into a dinosaur, goes around America, looks for the body of Jesus Christ, and gives it to the president.
What?
Do you understand what I said?
Not at all. That sounds so weird. Oh my gosh.
Here's another one. So a murderer comes into town and he has a fetish with hands, and kids need to stop him before he blows everyone up.
Wait, what? That sounds so weird. Oh my gosh.
That's JoJo's for you.
Wow. Honestly, yeah, it sounds like it. Even in the title, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's like, wow.
It's not lying. It's not really lying.
Honestly, you said he turns into a dinosaur, and then my mind instantly went to like Zone type Devil Fruit from One Piece. I don't know. Oh, man.
No. This is where real chaos and power really comes in.
Yeah.
Like you thought One Piece was weird with its powers? Nah, you haven't seen JoJo's.
Yeah, I saw a clip. It was I think it was like a stand or something. I don't remember what it was. I think it was so gory. I think it was like I don't even know what it was. It was like this stand. It like what's that word? Like liquidized itself and went into some other guy's body or something. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that was insane.
That's also a reference, but I don't know it.
Wow.
Yeah, all stands are references to something. So
Wow.
like it could be Western or it could also be like tarot cards. Most of it's like rock bands, like
Okay.
like I said, Crazy Diamond, Golden Wind. There's a stand called Spice Girl.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah.
The only one I remember. Oh, and Green Day. I totally forgot that one too.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's a stand called Green Day.
Oh my gosh.
Man, yeah. So, dude, you need to get into. So, Tenza needs to get into JoJo, so we can talk about how all the funny references in it.
Yeah.
And then Lion needs to get into One Piece, so we can talk about our theories and stuff that we want to happen at the end.
It's funny because
it's
like every time I think you're finished, you think of another stand. It's like, oh yeah, there's another band about the stand.
Yeah, it just pops in my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a reference. That's to something.
Yeah.
Oh, there's actually a stand called Sex Pistols. Totally forget.
Oh my
yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it just keeps coming. It just keeps coming.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, and Metallica.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I need to get.
And Black Sabbath. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to. There has to be one called what is it called, Linkin Park or something. I swear. Like I could just.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up. I don't know, but
bro, that's insane. That's like when I wasn't into One Piece and I was like, bro, there's so many devil fruits, and I was talking to my friend and he was like, anything you could say, there's probably a devil fruit for it. I'm like, fire? He's like, yes. Lightning? Yes.
Actually, there is a stand called Linkin Park.
Oh my, wow. Wow. That's insane.
I don't think it's in anime though, but there is a stand.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, there's a stand called Linkin Park.
Wow.
There's also a stand called Doggy Style, which is a reference to Snoop Dogg.
Oh my gosh. Jeez, I need to think of more just to ask if there's a stand after rock bands. That's insane.
Yeah, so Linkin Park, there was Kanye West. Yeah, so there's just a whole bunch of yeah,
Oh
you
my
need to
gosh.
get into JoJo's.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not one named Michael Jackson or something.
Let's just look it up.
Oh my gosh.
It's probably there somewhere. Michael Jackson stand. Man in the Mirror. There
Oh
is a
my
stand called Man in the Mirror.
Oh my gosh.
Now thinking about it, there's a guy called Vanilla Ice.
Oh my
No
my
joke.
God, yeah.
Oh
my
my. How
goodness.
many stands is there? That's insane.
Yeah, Man in the Mirror. Oh yeah, I remember this stand. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, so there's Man in the Mirror. There you go. You got a Michael Jackson stand. Is there any other ones you want me to look up?
Jeez, I can't think of any more. You named so many. It's like, what is there else to name? That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there one? Is there one after the Beatles?
I think so.
That's
Let's see.
that would be insane, bro.
I know they are White Album.
Yeah,
So apparently that's a Beatles reference.
yeah, I've never heard of any. I'm not that big on the
Oh,
Beatles.
actually, there's one called The Beatles.
Oh wow, that's insane. Yeah, I was about to say I'm not that big on the Beatles, but I just want to see if there's one named the Beatles.
So another thing is at the very end. This is not really a spoiler, but at the end, I think Joseph, one of the main characters, was listening to the Beatles. So
Yeah.
wow.
technically speaking, there's a stand called the Beatles, and there's a band called the Beatles. So it's kind of really hard. What came first, the stand or or the band?
Or the band. Wow.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, so I guess this is like an hour 30. I guess we can call it. You guys want to call it?
Yeah.
You-
I'm cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I think we can, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tenzo, since you're the one who introduced it, you end it off.
All right. Once again, I'm not sure how to do an intro, but or outro, but thank you guys for watching this episode of Radio Trigger, the anime podcast. Any final words that you guys want to say?
Well, first off, you two need to watch One Piece and JoJo.
Yeah.
This is one thing I can't stand. Like, you could say your opinions, but not seeing these two, yeah, that's a number one problem for me. Okay, if we're doing a podcast, I want to be talking about these two, and I can't do it if my co-hosts haven't seen these.
I mean, at least we have some good anime knowledge. I mean, those are pretty long, so can't really blame me in line here. But yeah,
Yeah, oh my god.
yeah, I don't know. I'll get into JoJo's eventually.
Okay, so this is a challenge. Every time in the week, I'm gonna ask how far are you
Oh
in
my
these
God.
shows. If you say not far, then we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be. I'm gonna be having some issues. Okay. It would be like, honestly, to me, it's like a war crime. You're doing something unforgivable.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But that's my final words. Lion, what about you?
Say again.
Any final words?
Okay. I'll watch One Piece or read it. I mean, if you watch all of When They Cry.
Oh man, that's awesome.
There's a lot. There's quite a lot.
Oh, and it's gory too. Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? You finish for every arc you finish, I'll watch one episode.
Get
my
the fuck out of here.
Don't worry, the first arc is only 7 chapters, so there you got one episode done.
Oh my God.
One episode done.
Jeez. It's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a while.
And it'll take me a while to watch that.
It's like there's a massive difference between like 100-something episodes of When We Cry and over 1,000.
100? Wait, what?
Yeah.
100?
Yeah, it's
There's not even that many arcs in One Piece.
Yeah.
no, When We Cry is like over 100 episodes.
Wow.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Something else. I'll do something else.
No.
Wow.
Okay, fine. I'll do that one.
Yeah.
But you need to start reading One Piece. Next week, if you read actually a couple of chapters, I'll start watching.
All right. Okay.
Or a lot. And it need to be a lot. I'm not saying like one chapter a day.
Okay. Okay, deal then.
All right.
What about you, Tenza? What do you want me to read?
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's same with Lion. It's probably gonna take a while for me to read or watch JoJo's. I'm going to do it. I don't really have any like trade offer for you guys. Like
Okay.
I read or watch JoJo's and you guys, but honestly, I will say that in exchange, we all should watch that one other anime, Blood Sea, that extremely gory one.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. I think that would be pretty interesting to talk about on a podcast episode. Our experience with that.
We could probably save it for like a Halloween special. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Talk about all the stuff. But
yeah. Which death was our favorite?
that was our favorite.
the blender one.
Oh yeah, the blender one. That's
Oh my God.
definitely peak fiction right there.
Yeah. No, oh my God.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yep. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of the podcast, and every episode's Wednesday, so next episode is next Wednesday, and yeah.
With Monday, they see this on Monday.
Oh, Monday, yeah, that's true. Every Monday, we record on Wednesday. You guys see it on Monday, so every Monday for you guys. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching.